Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Sid Meier's Civilization 6. We are playing as Australia here. It is the year 1545, and we're doing pretty okay. Tech-wise, we are on par, or significantly ahead, actually, of everyone except for Arabia, who, as usual, have a science lead. They also have a massive military, as does Gandhi over here, but none of them are nearby. America has ceased to become an independent entity. They have been absorbed into Australia. China's still relatively big. We did take a bit of a bite out of them over here through a very hard series of wars, and we probably are going to take another whack at them at some point, simply because they do have some wonders. Also, I suspect that the most likely route to victory for us will in fact be a domination victory, and so we are gearing ourselves up for the ability to build more ships. Over in Vienna, we're building a harbor. In Boston, very appropriately, we are building a harbor there as well. Boston's actually got really good production rates, so we're hopefully going to be able to build us up a fleet. We are working our way up to what? I mean, we're picking up rifling now. Right, we're working our way up to steel. Perfect, excellent. That's what I was looking for. It's not going to be very long. We're going to start building battleships, which have their range 3 bombard, which is humongous for helping us take cities with ease. And we're actually going to have range 4 bombard, because these frigates here have each promoted 4 times, and therefore have the +1 range promotion, which is going to be sick. I gotta say, though, there's actually not much of a difference between range 3 and range 4. The important thing is that you outrange the cities, and that's pretty much all you need at that point, but it's still going to be pretty sweet. So, I guess there's nothing to do right now except to next turn. Oh, created a trading post. That's good. That means one of our trading routes has just finished its job, which is why we're sitting at 6 of 7. So we'll go and reinitialize that. We do have a couple of cities here. We could send another trading route to one of these cities to increase its production rate. Villach over here is going to grow quite quickly, but its production rate sucks, so we might want to do something about that. There's rifling. We can claim a great person as well. Erwin Schrodinger will trigger the Eureka moment for 3 random texts. That sounds fantastic. We're definitely going to do that. We don't have a ton of faith, and our faith production is going to continue a little bit on the low side overall, but that's okay. Ooh. Okay, so this territory here actually counts as the White Cliffs of Dover, and therefore I actually can't build any terrain improvements on this whatsoever. I see. I thought I'd be able to build something on top of that. And yeah, so these are not great tiles then. If they can't get any food or production, they will be a little on the weaker side, to be honest. But overall, not too bad. Okay, Washington. This is a tundra forest tile. I don't know if we're going to do anything with that. I don't think it really matters one way or another. I mean, if we're not going to work the tile, then I suppose we may as well just go ahead and take the chop for the extra production boost. And I think that sounds relatively reasonable. So we're going to do that. Mr. Schrodinger, you're going to come here and just get popped for 3 Eurekas. Boom. Nanotechnology, robotics, and telecommunications. All right. Well, if we were going for a space victory, we'd be very happy about that. But I'm not sure if we are. I'm going to move this trade route to Villach over here, because its production rates are clearly kind of on the poor side. Meanwhile, this builder over here, we're going to go and hook up the rice. Bam. And then we'll see what comes up next. Honestly, yeah, this is really good. We could have built a little farming triangle over here, but, I mean, because it's not adjacent to a, oh no, it is adjacent to a pasture, never mind. Okay, so, yeah. So we want it to be adjacent to the pasture because it gets the bonus, so we'll build another one of our output back stations over here. I was going to say, if there wasn't a sheep, if there wasn't a pasture here, then it would have made more sense to build a farming triangle, but this explains why I did that. And I know we do have the Chinese settler here, but I'm going to let it go and do whatever it wants. We can always conquer it later on. It's okay. So this builder over here, okay, you are going here. Good, okay. Hook that up, that's fine. I believe what we're going to do, I don't know if it's literally the strongest move or not, but what you're going to do is you're going to build outpack stations, just because we're going to go and like connect all this up via fence. Most likely we're going to want to put some sort of district on one of those tiles somewhere along the way, so we're probably going to end up having wasted a charge, but I don't care. It's cool for now. Meanwhile, okay, you have built yourself a mine here, which is good because we do have an industrial zone over there. We are tanking the beauty of the tile that our campus was in, but that happened a long time ago. We lost the extra science bonus from it, so that's okay. Would very much like our borders to expand over here, but that's not going to happen quite yet. Oh, you over here. I'll hook up the rice first. That's fine, and then we can do the sheep and then move adjacent to the sheep, building our outpack stations. We're not going to be able to put it on the hill, but that's okay. This unit here, oh, I can go and hook up the fish. That's going to be fine. We even have the boost to steal, which is good, mostly because I think we stole some coal mines somewhere. I don't remember. And diplomatic service, yeah, we're never going to have an alliance. Everyone hates us. We are more a warmonger, or so they say. But as we all know, that's fake news. All right, next turn. What's over? Oh, this is my trade unit. I'm like, why am I getting some vision over here? But that's all that is. Caravel, are we going to upgrade you to an ironclad? No, because we actually need to save our money to upgrade our frigates to battleships. That's absolutely the most important thing. And as soon as we do, even with 2 battleships, we can likely just start a war again and conquer quite a bit. Because, again, it's not literally about the range at that point, although it helps, because we're still going to have to move someone in to give us a little bit of vision, but we can sort of dance back and forth to do that. But the increased bombard is going to be huge, because our frigates have the range right now, but they're so slow at taking down cities. But that's going to change soon. So I'm going to build another farm here, because one of the things Boston doesn't have is a lot of food. So I'm going to do that. At least there'll be a little bit of adjacency to buff each other once we get the next tech or civic or whatever it is that allows you to get +1 from any adjacency, as opposed to a full triangle from feudalism. So over here, we're going to go for production is really what we're looking for. And it looks like this is the best city to do that too. It's the only one that gives us 3. It also happens to give us more food and a few other things. So we're going to go ahead and do that. That's fine. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay. So Graz can work this tile. And actually, there's a very good chance that this is going to be a good site for a district. I'm going to clear the tile for 1. The only question becomes, do we put another improvement on it or not? Actually, oh, there we go. Graz needs production instruction right now. So it could be a spot for a holy site if we get our population up to 13, which right now would take 95 turns, so that doesn't seem that likely. But if we probably have to issue some more trade routes out of here. So I guess the question becomes, what do we do in the short term? I mean, we've got an entertainment complex and theater square as complete as we can possibly do it. We've got a campus as complete as we can possibly do it. I think we can just go ahead to the bank at this point. I think that's probably fine. I don't think we're looking to build a unit here. We've got quite a few builders out on the field. I mean, stealing all those builders from China helped us a lot, and then I think we've built some with the charge. It's been a couple of days since the last episode that I recorded, but I think... yeah, I think just the bank, a little bit more passive gold gain would be nice. I don't know why we'd lock that tile over here at some point. That's probably just a misclick, but that's okay. All right, you over here are going to keep building the Outback Station, and look at this! 1 continuous giant ranch all the way to here. I love it. I love it. I love it. So you've got 2 charges left. We do have a little bit of territory to improve by Guangzhou, or however you pronounce that. And you've only got 2 charges, and you're going to do something over here. I think we're actually going to send you north. Actually, I'm going to send you down to Vienna first to improve the fish. We're already doing that. Never mind. Cancel. All right. So we wasted a turn, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, we've got another trade route here. It's not a bad idea to still have one here. Are you building a regular field cannon, or is it an army? No, you can't build an army. You're just building a regular field cannon, which I guess is fine. I'm thinking about sending you to Boston to boost its production and also the food, actually, because I think it's got a lot of potential for being a very powerful city for us, but it's really small right now. So if we can kickstart Boston, I think we'll be way, way, way better off. All right, so you've set up the farm there, which is great. We're going to go and set up a pasture over there. We actually will need, I think, an extra builder over there for some charges, but... maybe we'll send this guy up there after he's done over here, because there's actually not much to do by Villic if we can't improve those tiles, and most of our tiles are in the water. Even expanding over here, I mean, it's only a tundra tile, so we'll build a mine on it at some point, sure, but it's not a huge deal. Okay, looks good. Excellent. Dun, dun, dun. Give me lots of oil. Well, give me at least a couple. Levé en masse, all right. That's the one that reduces their maintenance by 2, right? I think that's what it is. They do have a pretty big army.
Problems, small ones and large ones. The small ones will go away.
All right, so what are we going to do at this point? presumably with diplomatic service, I think we have actually unlocked spies. We could go and put in Machiavellism to help us build spies first. That seems reasonable. I don't think... Hold on. We can cancel out of this a second. I don't think we're building any builders right now. Can I get from the report screen? Can I see what people are building? No. That would be silly. Oh, no, right here. Excellent. No, we're not building any, and we've got a good number of builders, so I think we can get rid of public works. So that opens up a few different possibilities. We could put Machiavellism here, although the influence isn't the most important thing. What else are we looking for? That might be good. If we're running more international trade routes, Trade Confederation would be good, but I don't know if we're doing that. I don't think we need the Medina Quarter. That we can live without. Wonders, settlers, holy site adjacency. We don't really have the holy sites. A little bit more culture wouldn't be bad, but isn't a huge deal. Retainers, we don't really have that. Professional army. Actually, we are going to grab that now because we, in 4 turns, are going to be looking to upgrade our frigates to battleships. So I think that's going to be good and fine timing. So there's nothing for me to improve at this time. I'm tempted to purchase the fish tile now so I could improve it now with the builder and then just leave with it. But I think we've got to do our upgrades, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to move you over towards Innsbruck over here so that we can go and improve some tiles. Okay, you are going to go and pasture that. Thank you very much, which gives us that little culture bomb, which is a nice little perk. Trade routes coming out of Boston. We're looking for production and food. Running a trade route to Washington seems to be a great win that way to help Boston grow faster. So it's going to grow again in 4 turns, which is good. Its production's starting to get better. I did put on food focus at some point, which probably is still worthwhile, at least for now. After it grows one more time, we might forget about it. Okay, we've got one more build left on this guy, but there's nothing to build here. I do love this filter, though. It's great. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? No, you've got one down here. I think I'm actually going to move you up towards Klagenfurt, because you've got 3 builds left. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then you'll be done. So I'm going to send this 1 build guy over to this fish here, and that's going to be fine. We can purchase Impossible, but who cares about that? So this tile, we could build a farm, we could build a outback station. Neither one of this is going to be particularly meaningful in any way, and Graz may build a holy site there. I think I'm going to leave that spot open for a holy site going forward, if that's okay. We've got you with 2 builds left. I might leave this tile open for something. Oh no, it's actually adjacent to a pasture, so this one becomes really good for an outback station. So is this one here. So that becomes well worthwhile. But yeah, we've got you, and I don't think there was another builder here. I thought for a second I was moving another one up, but I don't see it. So I think it makes sense to send this dude up here to do something. Okay, you... Well, one of you is coming here, so I guess it's going to be you. And this tile here, we could chop, but I think I will just build a lumber mill here. Because I can't do anything with it. I can't farm this tile or anything. The tundra. Yeah, I'll just put a lumber mill. That's going to have to be good enough. It's not a great tile, but we might actually get a little bit of use out of it in the future, and that's okay. You're building a granary in New York, which is fine. It's another really... New York's never going to be a very good city, unfortunately, because it has, like, basically no real tiles whatsoever. Like, really, it's working the spice, and it's got 2 people in the campus for some tech. And that's pretty much it. I mean, all of the tiles are a net loss, unless we get something that gives us, like, +1 food, whoops, in our ocean tiles, or coastal tiles, which we don't have. Yeah, that's it. New York's basically going to be what you see for the rest of the game. But, you know, we are getting some science out of the city, so it's not, you know, it's not a complete loss. The overhead of running it's not too bad. The granary is going to give us a little bit of bonus food, so that'll help it slowly grow. It's not huge, but it's there. So, one of these guys, in theory, can move up there, but we actually have dudes going here. So I think you're actually going to go and potentially help Innsbruck grow. I'll get you to go there, and then we'll figure out what happens when you arrive. Okay, so we do have some needs for some builders over here, and that's fine. Everyone still hates me. 4 turns to steal. A little bit of money banking up. I don't know what the upgrade cost will be. On epic speed, I'm betting it's going to be something like 300 or 400 gold. Potentially even with professional army. It could be something like a 600 gold cost, and then we're cutting it down a little bit with professional army. That wouldn't be too bad. Alright, we're going to go here and clearly build ourselves an outback station. Bam. Because of awesome adjacency bonuses, so that's good. You have done that, and then again, there's not much to do. You're coming over to there, which is going to be fine. And you still have charges left to do the Jade, so you're going to be okay. So again, I'm just going to generally head you east over here, although at this point I think we've got enough charges heading that way. We've got one going north, but I'm going to send you up over here regardless. So we have Arabian destroyers going around. Okay, so, you know, relatively good tech. I mean, certainly ahead of us in terms of melee ships, because we only have the ironclad tech. But still, infantry armies, helicopters. Okay, Arabia's doing pretty good. Are you in a war with anyone? You got a lot of units buzzing around there. You are in a war against Peter. Now, Russia is super far behind on tech rates, so I suspect that Arabia will have no problems winning that. It'd be actually really nice if we could build an outback station on the grassland hills here, but the only hill terrain type that we can build the stations on are desert hills, so unfortunately we won't be able to take advantage of that adjacency bonus for the extra food, but that's okay because mines do produce a lot of hammers. Or I guess they're gears in this game, aren't they? Trying to remember. Yeah, they're gears as opposed to hammers. Arabian field cannon army. I mean, Arabia's got some pretty scary stuff. Absolutely. Cannot deny that. So we'll have to be a bit on our toes. You are going to farm that. That's fine. And actually, there's going to be a good spot here for like a farming triangle thing later on for some bonus adjacency, which is good. We are going to keep running a trader outside of Boston. I think this has got a lot of potential. We could get some more food running out of Graz. At a cost of 1 production for 2 extra food, I think that's well worthwhile. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So you've done that. You're going to go and hook up the Jade. You are going to... You could build a farm on this tile, which is nice, but no, I think we're going to go ahead and mine it. Since there's not going to be any adjacency farm stuff going on. And that is a lot of production. Klagenfurt's actually going to be a pretty good city. All of these tiles produce 4 food, which means the citizens that work these tiles feed themselves and then some. And a decent amount of production. This even feeds themselves here, which is really good. That's going to be a really good outback station there. The mountains are a lot of dead tiles. There's a barbarian encampment over there. We may want to go and move a unit here. Now, I don't know. Do we have ground units anywhere? I don't remember if we have any ground units kicking around. We have one field cannon right over here. Oh yeah, that was doing a little bit of barbarian spotting, which we probably don't need anymore. No, there's still some dead air there, but I am going to go ahead and move you to Klagenfurt. I think that this ironclad came from here. So hopefully we're going to be okay along the way. But yeah, it would actually be quite good to clear that out. So we'll see what we can do. Alright, next turn. Unit needs orders. Who dat? You dat! Alright, well, there's nothing we can do on this desert tile other than build an outback station, so we may as well. Won't have any adjacency, which is too bad. Although, if we do build one here, then at least we'll get cool fencing. So then we'll have to do that, just on principle, right? Of course we will. So this tile might not get worked, but if it does get worked, it's not, like, the worst. I'll have to get these fish going on at some point, too. I suppose we could have built a district there, too. That's the other thing you can do on these desert tiles. But that's alright. Research in steel is now complete, entering the modern era, giving us some upgrades, some new quests. Do we have any oil? I don't see the little icon of the leaf that tells us that we have access to oil. Now, they could just be just outside of our borders. No, seriously. I mean, I know I'm bad at, like, seeing things. Now, do we have access to any oil yet? No. And moored battleships need oil. Okay, I literally can't see any. Okay, there's an oil. There's another oil. Wow, airfield already. Wow, look at all the deer and fish up here. It's not a bad city spot. No, seriously, where the frack is all the oil on this map? Okay, important question. Okay, I can't upgrade you to battleship. 175! Oh, that's super cheap. Again, I do have professional army running, But I was expecting it to be way different than that. Awesome. Just like that, we've got 3 battleships. Do I have enough money left over for an ironclad upgrade? Yeah, 160. Sure, that is fine to do, especially with your upgrades. It's going to be fine. Plus, we can get you upgraded to a destroyer later on. All right, well, that much is good. Yeah, oil well. Well, what are we going to create an oil well on? Nothing. All right, we don't have a boost to any of these. We're never going to get the boost to electricity, though. So I think I'm going to go ahead, because 3 privateers is not really in the cards, and unlocking the stuff would be good. So hard research and electricity will be totally great. We are going to want to improve this soon, but not yet. I have someone else coming, so I'm going to send you to the others. No, you know what? We're going to clear the marsh first. Get ourselves a growth boost over there. That's going to be great. Okay. So, next turn, we'll have to decide if and what we're doing with our army. If we're doing anything with our army, and if so, what are we doing with it? Again, if we are going for a conquest victory, then we do have to start targeting some capitals. You're here. I think I was sending you over here and you got sort of interrupted. That is likely. Just keep moving over there. I think we're going to send more people than we need, but that's okay. You are going to mine that jade. You are going to do the fish. It'd be nice if a city-state could give us something. Now, one of the city-states, I don't know if we have it in their game, but some city-states can guarantee you one of each strategic resource. When you enter a new era, gain a random inspiration. Oh, that's quite nice. No, that city-state... There's a city-state that gives you one of every strategic resource, I'm pretty sure, but it doesn't seem to exist in this game. Huh. Alright, battleship. Do you need... You need coal, okay. So what do you need oil for? Can we get a list? Like, if I just look up oil, will it tell me what I need oil for? No, it doesn't. Alright, but we seem to be okay for now, so that's good. The battleship tech was very important. I'm thinking, just as a result of proximity and convenience, that going after China makes a lot of sense. Now, if we do that, it does mean that our cities over here will be vulnerable. You're working towards enlightenment, which is good. You're working specifically towards nationalism to unlock cores, which you haven't done yet, which is crazy. And then at some point we need to get up to... Okay, that's the Armada one. Oh, we have civil engineering, so we've got the automatic fortification defense. Okay, yeah, so we've got that here. It's not very big. How come? Oh, that was under here. Ability to perform a ranged attack. Urban defenses, all your cities. 200 fortification strength. But what determines the garrison defense strength of a city? Is it size, or is it just... Or is it other modifiers? So if we're going to start a war, we might want to wait 6 turns, and we could put in the higher passive defense. Because we need to be able to keep these cities intact. Ideally. I mean, worst case scenario, we lose these, you know, as long as we're taking better cities and maybe we can retake things, it's okay. But yeah, the problem is here, though. I think if we're going to do anything, we've got to go to war against Japan first, because we're not going to be able to go through here. Japan owns all this territory. So I think that's quite likely. Now, Kyoto is not right on the coast, which means we will need to take this with a land unit. Although it looks to me like this is coast right here. That looks wavy. So I believe we'll be able to easily bombard Kyoto down to nothingness. But we will have to have a ground unit to go and claim it. Oh yeah, we still have Caravel exploring, which isn't terrible, but I think I will bring you home for an upgrade there, buddy boy. Hopefully, I don't know how many turns it's going to take. 8 turns, 7. Ah, that's really inconvenient, because it would be nice to switch out a professional army when Enlightenment finishes. I guess there's nothing we can do about it. But yeah. We might have to do that. We do have a couple of field cannons being built over here, but that can't actually take a city. So maybe what we do actually is we declare war on China. Just go to grab these two cities. We don't need it for a victory condition, but it does give us a lot more stuff in general. More stuff is more better. Get some well-developed cities. We could even decide to come around here and take a bunch of the cities on this continent if we wanted to. And that might not be a terrible idea. It doesn't move us, like, it doesn't specifically focus towards victory goal. But it might be good. God, I want this oil over here. Here's some. It's pretty far away, though. Yeah, a lot of cities are just one off the coast. In fact, it looks like most of the capitals are one off the coast, which is slightly inconvenient in terms of I won't be able to capture it with an ironclad. But I can still bombard the hell out of them, and that's really 95% of what I'm looking to do. So that's going to be okay. All right, well, we'll put a cut in here, and the next episode we'll have to decide exactly what we're doing. Dropping a settler here wouldn't be the worst thing ever, except that it would take so long to build up these cities that it doesn't really help. Easier to conquer cities. Thanks for watching. See you next time.